Welcome back to the NASCAR 2012 season. We're here at Phoenix for the second race. Quick look who qualified and where. And we're ready to get going to this race. Still very early in the season. The DNQs are Scott Riggs and Timmy Hill. The 23 and 37 did not qualify. We got a solid body of work ahead of us here at Phoenix. And we're ready to go green, with Matt Kenseth leading us. A solid approach at turn one for the field. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the outside. Ambrose is there in third. It's going to be almost a three-wide move. Trying to make the outside work. Tony Stewart, Denny Hamlin. They're able to clear Brad Keselowski as he loses some ground. Inside the top 10, Hamlin and Stewart going side by side. Brad Keselowski's waiting there. Johnson looking to rebound from a poor Daytona showing, while Jeff Gordon is going to capitalize on the momentum. '24 is looking very strong and early on. He gets down to the low side. Stewart's on the way back. Hamlin's able to hold fifth for the time being. Ambrose fourth. Biffle third. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in second, just kind of defending more than attacking here as Matt Kenseth is able to lead. Still green all the way. As even outside the top 10, there's still some battling going on. Casey Kane, Mark Martin is there. It's a really tough. Oh, I think contact may have been between Kane and Allmendinger there. Keep your eyes on that. Bobby Labonte with a nice run inside the top 15. So far, it's just been Kenseth holding off Dale Jr. As actually Biffle now slides into second. Roush Fenway Racing turning up this season after Biffle led the most laps at Daytona, as well as Carl Edwards getting the 500 win. I think Jr. is not as strong as the guys in front of him. Hamlin looked, but Keselowski wants to be there as well. Brad taking it underneath the 11 for a position. That 2 is fast. Speaking of fast, the 16 is on the way to the lead. If we could just get the 17 to mess up a little bit, Biffle can make the pass. Without was a bad corner for the 16 as the 17 gets away there. Trying to reel him back in. Oh, really good. This might be the pass. If you could just stay behind and get a good run off. The corner a little bit. Meanwhile, these three both getting by Ambrose, putting him in 6th. At least Hamlin's going to take the fight to Ambrose. Meanwhile, I think Dale Jr. is catching up with the lead fight, so it might be 3-way here soon enough. Keselowski's cleared away for 4th. Hamlin's got 5th. Now Dale Jr.'s got to try to force Biffle out and take 2nd before getting the lead. Try to work them one by one. Try to keep up as well. I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. could get a spot here. They're both working on each other pretty hard. But Junior's got to make the move soon enough because Keselowski's coming. And I think Kenseth may have taken a bit more of his lead here. Stewart's in 7th. They're kind of singled out outside the top 10. Logano and Truex fighting outside the top 15. And Kevin Harvick, who is trying to get some momentum underneath him, has just had an underwhelming start so far. At 29. Kyle Busch taking the 18. Jeff Burton. This is one of the faster ones, Daytona, but now just sitting barely inside the top 20. 3 wide going into 3. Truex, Harvick, Logano, all leaning on each other here. Definitely wasn't the ideal outcome for the 56 there. See a broad view of the track and everybody fanning out as problems for the 51 of Kurt Busch. 51 season definitely going from bad to worse. Not a shot to win at Daytona, and then absolutely flunked the engine here. Out on gearbox issues. That is tough. Guys in the back run a single file. They're, I don't know how long this run is. If we go through green flag pit stops, we might have lap traffic play an issue here for the leaders. As Kenseth, Biffle, they're trying to reignite the battle for the lead here as the 16 is trying to think of ways to get past. Yeah, Matt Kenseth has been an ace here, so I guess Biffle wants to lead a lap, even if Kenseth might be on pace for leading the most laps here. The top 10 are getting spread out with how fast the run's getting to be. Casey Kane went up a little higher. Newman sitting 12th. Harvick and Mark Martin. Man, Kevin Harvick having continued troubles here. Bobby Labonte still in the mix. Joey Logano putting one on the low side here. There's Kyle Busch. Joey Logano absolutely trying to bounce back from that shootout suspension that definitely put him in a hole early. So far, he's trying to work top 15 and absolutely get decent position here. Kyle Busch is fighting back on the high side, though. No doubt about that. Even more drivers entering the mix here. Bowyer, McMurray. Yeah, first we've seen a Jamie McMurray this season. Mark Martin, for that matter, too. They both failed to make the 500 in a pretty roundabout way, and now they're back fighting for more. I'm not sure that'll be the end of the insane DNQs this season. Stay tuned on that front. It could get pretty weird. As up front, Kenseth is pulled out to a whole second. That's a lot there. Regan Smith running here just outside this group. They're still sliding around looking for more. Almirola, Brendan Gaughan round out top 25 as Carl Edwards struggles continuing at this point. Yeah, Edwards had bad qualifying and then just couldn't move up through the field. He did get the 500 win, though, so it's still a big season for the 99. Just having a hard time committing to wanting to make a pass through one as McMurray. It looks like he may have roughed up Menard there for entering the corner. 15 wanting to get low. Have a 27 just keeps getting passed. Keselowski and Dale Jr. could be getting close to igniting a battle here as Kenseth has started to pull away later in this run. I think it might be Biffle falling off. Kenseth somehow kind of is too, but Biffle might have it worse. Yeah, I see the 2 definitely fell back on that straightaway and trying to make it up on entry, but then it sacrifices your exit of the corner. That just really sucks. And you just can't seem to get it going again once it starts. Brad's right on the back of Dale Jr., though. He got to make his move into entry at 1. Brad Keselowski moves up to 3rd. Dale Jr. slides back to 4th. Denny Hamlin's still back there. Inside top 5. No signs of stopping for Kenseth. Biffle still 2nd. That's a lot of mid-packers here. Just all look like maybe just trying to make it to the next whenever it's convenient to make a pit stop for him. Tony Stewart and AJ Allmendinger side by side. AJ is able to hold the position. Gordon. Hey, they're trying to open up one at a time, passing inside the top 10. And Harvick has to defend from Kane. Newman's back there as well. It's a lot to take in when you're in these packs like that. I think they're getting by Allmendinger right here. Stewart, Gordon down low. '22's definitely wheeling it. Goddamn. Even further back, got Boyer, Burton, Menard. Your groups in here that you're getting used to. Like say hi to your neighbors. Because you're going to be seeing them a lot this race. Bobby Labonte now, 16th, having to hold off a lot behind him. Making it work through the corners, at least. Even then, let's take a moment to go what's beyond here. Mears and David Reagan ranking 27th, 28th, respectively. Montoya and JJ Yaley back here. And Joe Nemechek. Stremy in a lot of the slower cars. I think Travis Quapple is up top, 93. Oh, Stremy, Gilliland. They're all trying to make it work. Rudiman's back here. Plenty of really bad cars. Mike Bliss in the 32. Sharing that ride. Landon Castle's back here. And Michael McDowell, the last car on track. Now we go back to our battle for second. Brad Keselowski has been marching. That 2 car might become a threat here in the late game. As tires are looking very weak right now. They're just slowly using them up, using them down until they can't anymore. Already 8/10 off best lap, and that could get just a little bit worse. But they've definitely made it to the 1 stop mark, so not sure what I'll say about this. Keselowski moving in on the low side. Right underneath Biffle. They're going to fight for it down the back. Biffle's got high side momentum, low side there. I think Brad is going to make his pit stop. He's within the window. Kenseth and Brad are pitting. Hamlin, and that's going to bring in a lot of guys down pit road. Remember, get lap lead bonus. So if you're Biffle, you get that bonus point out there for staying out a lap compared to Kenseth. Biffle's coming in this time. Jimmy Johnson's in. I think Biffle might get the point for leading this lap too. Dale Earnhardt Jr. already pitted. Casey Mears did not get that point. I think the 13 team might have miscalculated there. Unless they plan on going to stay out another lap, they're probably going to come in this time. Alright, 13 team is in this time. I think that's everybody. It's a one-stopper, so Martin's in. Bobby Labonte's in. Paul Menard is in. See Biffle coming out, finishing lap 41. Kenseth is ahead of him, but Keselowski between the two Roush cars. It looks like a Kenseth-Keselowski duel here to the end. See some smoke. Probably just the people exiting pit road, considering the grass there, the optimal racing line. Kenseth goes wide that corner. Keselowski catches up. Because Brad's got something to say this season. Now we see the rest of the field coming off pit road, setting their laps. I think every single car is on the lead lap except Robbie Gordon. Well, and obviously Kurt Busch because he's out of the race. Dow's there. Robbie Gordon's caught behind Ambrose. He's a lap down. And Keselowski trying to force the issue. Better to get the pass done now than compared to the restart, because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to make moves early on the restart if it comes down to this. And you see the cars ahead as well. Possibly bide your time and use those vehicles ahead to your advantage. He's peaking now but doesn't have the speed. Settles back in line. I think Keselowski may be faster. Oh, he's gotta pull it out sometime. I think the two may have to try and slide back, get a big run on the straightaway so he has the speed to pass. I think that's what's got to happen. But Kenseth actually gets a better corner this time. So Brad has to get it refocused and reel him back in. Kevin Harvick with good stop up to 5th. Hamlin 6th. Ambrose there. And then there's Johnson, Stewart, Allmendinger round out the top 10. All have that 7 as a lapper there. Johnson's going to be the one to figure out his way around him first. So then, when he passes the 7, the other two can just follow him through. Brad still trying to put up a fight here. Michael McDowell and Mike Bliss are both just kind of running their races here. Dave Blaney in 38th is way ahead of these two. The 98 and 32 racing each other as the 17 and 2 are closing in on a collision course. And it looks like they're both trying to get by the 7. I think they're just going to try and leave Allmendinger behind. Stewart and Johnson. Mark Martin, Kyle Busch, Newman, Kane, Boyer round out top 15. Some drivers definitely benefited from the stops, while others did not. Kenseth has pulled away from Keselowski, but now has to deal with lap traffic. This is going to be the beginning of an interesting predicament, because the leader now has to find a way around the 98, who is quite slow at this moment. Kenseth gets underneath McDowell here. And he's going to have to duel him down the front straightaway. It should be easy, though. McDowell is going to go high here. I think Keselowski's going to try and get there. But doesn't. Now the 2 has to pass him. But the 32 of Mike Bliss is there as well. Brad underneath the 98. Trying to maximize exit to get a run here as the 32 is being worked on in front. This could be the difference for Kenseth. .36 is still ways away. Kevin Harvick is right there looking for 4th. Oh, both of them leaders try to go higher here. To get in line. Both are looking to get underneath the 32 at this moment. Mike Bliss might actually get passed here by Michael McDowell once the leaders take off. Keselowski looking low. 3 wide. Over the wreck. The 93 of Travis Kvapil involved as Michael McDowell gets into the back of him. Caution is out. First yellow of the day. And it's quite late into the proceedings. BK Racing. Oh. This was looking both drivers inside the top 30 at this moment. Travis Kvapil just dive bombs David Gilliland, both sliding into the outside wall. David Gilliland crawls away from the scene with damage. But the 93 has to get it fired back up again and rolls in the middle of a track and gets hit by Michael McDowell, who, remind you, was already a lap down at this moment. This incident also caused Greg Biffle to lose a position as Harvick sneaks into 3rd. Kvapil is also a lap down from the resulting crash as well. Mike Bliss gets to stay on the lead lap. He managed to stay ahead of the leader at the time. He'll join Blaney, Castle, and Wise near the back of the field. Doesn't look like anybody's pitting. Yeah, nobody would want to pit here. We're coming to just a little under 20 to go. Your top 10 are Kenseth, Keselowski, Harvick, Biffle, Dale Jr., Hamlin, Ambrose, Johnson, Stewart, Allmendinger. They got 3 lap cars that are 1 lap down each. Waffle, McDowell, and Robbie Gordon. 41 cars in the race. Ready for a restart. Green, green, green. Oh man, that 93 is not going. That 93 is not firing off as well as the others are. Rough start for BK Racing, I'll say, this season. Wrecked a couple cars at Daytona, and then they done caused the caution at Phoenix. I don't think it's over yet. McDowell in the outside wall. 98. Trying to stay out of the way, but it's tough. When you restart like this, Biffle's getting sidewalled by 2 lap cars. Harvick's taking a fight for second as Kenseth gets away with the lead. Look at this. Junior and Biffle trying to sneak a 3 wide, but Biffle's able to keep in front of the 88 at this moment. Biffle and Hamlin fighting now. They're both side by side. The top 3 are still single file out there. Allmendinger holding off Ambrose. They're have a niche position inside the top 10. It's a battle royale out there. Back behind. Look at the mess here. Stewart, middle of 3. He's got Newman, Boyer, Truex, Kane, Gordon all in the mess. 93 is just absolutely trying his best to stay out of the way, but it is so hard out there. They're fighting like dogs. Harvick, Keselowski, Kenseth. All 3 just piled up together. Trying to fight for this lead here. Matt Kenseth has led the most laps. And we're under caution again. It's within 10 to go, so the lap cars will be not an inconvenience. Oh, maybe not. Maybe. This time the caution is out for, J.J. Yaley. David Stremme getting into the back of Yaley. That's, whew. So the 49 goes spinning across. Stremme and Regan Smith also involved in the accident. Damn shame, too. That 49 is destroyed. Here it is in real speed from Stremme's perspective. 49 car just, right off that wall. Regan Smith got a heavy hand as well. David Gilliland, just another battle scar on his beat up machine. And Yaley is destroyed. He was running. I mean, he could have been fighting for a top 25, but he's out though. 49 team continuing to have woes here this season. So this restart will be 10 to go, so they'll be inline lap cars. So top 3 will be able to fight freely. Biffle and Hamlin have to get around the 7, who's a lap down. Then Johnson, Earnhardt, Allmendinger, Ambrose, Mark Martin rounding out your top 10. '49's out of the race. 78's going to be able to stay on the lead lap. So is the 30, but they're both pretty heavily beat up. All right. It's going to be 10 shootout here. Kenseth, Keselowski, Harvick. Green flag. I think Keselowski may not have gotten the jump he wanted to. Has to contend with trying to hold Harvick off on the restart. Meanwhile, the cars who are trying to get the 7 out of the way are putting up with him for quite a bit longer than anyone wants to on the lead lap. Kenseth is just able to get away easy peasy with the lead. Biffle and Hamlin are clear, but might not be enough time. Earnhardt's falling back a bit as Johnson stuck behind the lap car. Kenseth keeping it real, keeping it smooth. As we're running out the lead here. Unscheduled pit stop for the 36 of Dave Blaney. He was having a pretty decent run. Fortunately, had to come in for something there near the end, and it's going to cost him quite a bit of position here. At least he gets to battle this 7 car to the end, so 7 and 36 are going to be fighting for position by the end of this thing. Meanwhile, Keselowski just seems like he just can't get a grip on trying to get a run to catch Kenseth, so he's going to have to just hold off Harvick for second here. Matt Kenseth has flown away. And Biffle sitting fourth. He's doing himself a solid job. And Harvick is looking for second place. He's definitely marched up the field quite a bit for someone who spent a good chunk of the first green flag run before those pit stops outside or fighting for the top 15. And now here he is battling Keselowski for second. Can he get it done? He's trying his best to get a run any way he can to get by. Speaking of getting by, look at this mess over here. Oh, Dale Jr. in the outside wall. That's going to be a big moment here for the 88 team. Yellow's out. 3 to go. And yeah, you know what happens here at the end of this race. Unfortunately so. For the 88 team. Yeah, Dale Jr. was just mixing it up here, trying to race for the lead with Dinger. Oh, that's a situation right there. Yeah, I think I could tell how that happened. This will be the caution to end the race, by the way. So I think Ambrose was getting really greedy here with lunging into 3. And Blaney definitely tried to clear low. Both of them get into it. And that somehow causes an incident where Junior gets spun. Dang. Kyle Busch definitely lost a lot of positions there as well. Just absolutely the panic on the 18 just definitely lost him some spots. As he hits the inside wall as well, even more loss for Kyle Busch. Dang. And I don't envy the position that 36 is in. He definitely was a lap down and was trying to save his race and trying to get past the 7, which he didn't do, but goddamn, that just sucks for Junior. Now he's going to bring home a race where he spent a good chunk of the race inside the top 10 and bring home a 35th place car. That's just the what sucks about racing, but it is what it is. This Phoenix race will end under caution. As we'll have a yellow-white checkered. That's a cool term. I'm going to start calling it that. Yellow-white checkered crowns the win to Matt Kenseth. Fastest man on the day. Dominant car. Good speed. Keselowski and Harvick coming in second, third. Clutch. As Biffle and Hamlin round out the top 5. Here you go. Finishing positions for the drivers. Overall, I'd say damn good effort by the midfield. Even if the battle for the lead was kind of a little loopy, one-sided, it's still plenty of shifting spots. And damn, 35 cars in the lead lap, a couple cars out of the race, but that's Daytona for you. Yep, that's Phoenix. Just, hey, I'm a really stupid person sometimes. You know that, right? Yeah, you probably know that. All right. See you next time. Take care.